Hello, and welcome to another edition of Midweek Ponce Speaks. My name is Ponce Hunter, and midweek bringing you tips as well as information in regards to different areas of finance as well as insurance. And today we're going to talk about something that a lot of people don't really talk about, and that's long-term care planning. So just want to touch a little bit on what long-term care planning is, on what long-term care is, custodial care, as well as how different agencies, your health insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, what these entities pay when it comes to long-term care. So long-term care, again, is known as custodial care. This is the type of care that a person would need if they could not perform the activities of daily living, which are dressing, bathing, toileting, continence, transferring, and eating. All right, if they can't do these things on their own, if they can't feed themselves, they need help going to the bathroom because of either a serious health issue, such as a stroke, Alzheimer's, some people have a very weak heart, or even just old age. These bodies weren't made to last forever, and as we get older, it's 75% probability that a person over the age of 65 will need some type of long-term care. And who provides that care? A lot of times that care, it falls onto the family to do, either the spouse or the children, and in some cases brothers and sisters have to provide this care for their family member if they want to allow that family member to stay in the home. You can also get professional care to come in and help a person with those activities of daily living. Some people ultimately have to go to a facility, such as a nursing home, in order to have that type of care if they need it around the clock, 24 hours. Okay, so the thing about it, it's very expensive. The average home care agency charges anywhere between $18 to $20 an hour, okay, for home care, for custodial care. Now, you add that up, that could run into $3,000 to $6,000 a month. You're paying $200 a day for someone to come in and care for your loved one times 30 days. That's $6,000, and that's home care. Facility care can range anywhere from $12,000 to $15,000 on average for that individual to receive that care in a facility. Okay, so the thing about it, health insurance does not pay for that type of care. Medicare does not pay for that type of care in the home. Neither does Medicaid. Okay, and if you saw one of my other videos, I explained the differences or some of the differences between Medicare and Medicaid. All right, and yeah, that's one of the things that they, either one, do not pay for. So what happens? It normally falls onto the family to do, or if a person has assets, they have money in a bank account, they have money in an IRA, they've got money in stocks, they've got property. Well, what ends up happening is if you have to require professional care, again, we're talking, $3,000 to $5,000 a month. Well, those assets can be drained very quickly. Assets that weren't set aside for that reason. So it's very important to plan for long-term care. Okay, there are certain insurances that you can purchase that pay exclusively for long-term care. If an individual is in the position to be able to do that. Other than that, again, it falls onto the family, or an individual has to qualify for Medicaid through the state. And if you remember from my other lesson, Medicaid is an income-based program, meaning you have to be under certain income requirements in order to qualify for Medicaid. And then even then, Medicaid, in most cases, now there are some waivers that you can get to allow a person to receive that care in the home. But in general, that care can only be received and paid for by Medicaid in a facility. And most of us don't want to see our loved ones in a facility. You know, there's some very nice facilities, but most of us want to be able to age in the comfort of our own home. Okay, so it's very important. Again, this is just touching on the surface of this situation. But if you see yourself in that situation, you've got loved ones that are getting older, you've got loved ones that you believe that it's time to start doing some preparations for extended care or long-term care, or even for yourself. We all at some point should begin to start thinking about long-term care, extended care, if or when that were to become a reality. Okay, so again, I just kind of wanted to touch on the surface, and if you have specific questions, inbox me. Please drop a like on the video to let me know that you saw it and that this information is resonating and I'm actually talking to some people. Go ahead and like it or drop a comment in the comment box. And like I said, if you want personal assessment, you can reach out to me by dropping an inbox into my messenger. All right. So again, another quick edition, Midweek Ponce Speaks. And I appreciate you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.